What's up guys, Meredith with AmericanMuscle.com, and today we are checking out the J&L 3.0 oil separator in a black anodized finish for the driver's side, fitting all 2011 through 2017 GTs, 2012 and 2013 Boss 302s, and 2015 through 2020 GT 350 Mustangs. Now, keeping your motor in tip-top shape is probably high on your priority list, and if you've seen the oils that have been produced through your factory driver's side air oil separator, you're most likely here for a reason. Now, this will be perfect for the Mustang owner not only looking for a more efficient way to filter the air being routed back into the intake system, but also to make maintenance a lot easier when it comes time to empty it out. Now, you may not realize it, but oily vapors on their way out of the engine do sneak back in through the PCV system, which can create buildup over time and can bog down your engine's performance if never taken care of, and that's why there is a factory system in place. Now, this system, however, will optimize that filtration compared to the factory plastic one with a multi-layered honeycomb mesh filter on the inside and a huge catch can at the bottom to trap all of that oil up to 3 ounces. Now, with JLT making it incredibly simple, all you have to do is remove the base of this can here by unscrewing it from the top. There's even a little knurled edge down at the bottom to help you, especially if you've got oily fingers. You just dump out the excess oil when you're doing an oil change and thread it back on. Now, that makes this system super easy to work with. If you've ever tried to empty out your factory system or take your factory system out, you know that it is a pain in the butt. So with this system, it's going to make it a breeze. Now, this will be made of a billet aluminum construction with a black anodized finish as far as the can and the mount is concerned. So this is going to be great because it's durable and it's also going to have a premium look to it to match the rest of your engine bay and not really look out of place. Now, the filter on the inside will again consist of an aluminum honeycomb filter and mesh stainless steel screen. And when the oil-air mixture gets pushed into the system, it's going to push all of that dense oil down through those screens into this can here. Now, this will also include a rubber O-ring for leak prevention and hoses that feature that factory push lock system, eliminating any need for clamps for a clean look and leak-free performance. Now, as far as price goes, this will come in at roughly $200, and I personally think for the quality of this mod and the functionality that you're getting, that it's pretty spot on with that price point. Now, there are a number of different choices in the category. However, this will have one of the higher capacities, and of course will have the push lock factory style clamps, so you can ensure a factory style fit yet with a more effective design. Now, there are a number of different options in the category. However, this one will have one of the higher capacities and will have those push lock factory style clamps and a designated bracket for install, so you can have a factory-like fit yet with a more effective design. Now, I personally have one of these on my GT 350, and I think that this is a fantastic mod for all types of builds to keep that blow-by at bay and, of course, to make sure that maintenance on your Mustang is a breeze. Install will be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. It is going to be fairly easy to put this on and probably only take you about 10 minutes to do it. Now, with that being said, one of our customers here has installed this on their Mustang and is going to walk you through what that process looks like step by step. So that is going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into that install.
All right, the tools needed for this install is you just need a ratchet. Doesn't matter what size, ratchet. You need a 10mm socket. This is a long, you can go short or long, doesn't matter. This is just a deep socket. 10mm wrench. Any cross tip screwdriver. And then there's a small flathead screwdriver to pop your clips off. All right, we're going to be installing this J&L oil separator for the driver's side. This is our current stock setup. This is not your stock tube, but it's going to be pretty much the same thing. So all you're going to do is you can take a little small flathead screwdriver, and you're just going to pop these clips off. So there's little gray clips, or you can use your fingers. You can get them in there. It's just this clip right here. You just pull it back and it releases. All right, and you're gonna do the same thing with this one. This one's kind of tight, so you can take your flathead and it pops right off. All right, now for the install of your oil separator. All right, so pretty much you have two tubes. You have a long tube and a short tube on the oil separator itself. This oil separator comes with this mounting bracket, which is going to get screwed on top, which is going to get mounted right here. All right, this mounting bracket is going to get hit, and you're going to screw it on here. I'll show you here in a little bit. But this long tube is going to get connected to the tube or to the inlet pipe that is on the cold air intake. And then the short tube is going to go right here, actually on the block itself. All right. The first thing we're going to do, take that mounting bracket, and we're going to just screw it right onto the oil separator itself. So take those two screws that you have, go ahead and get those screwed on there. Take a cross tip screwdriver and just hand tight on these. All right, so now that you have that there, what you have to do is you have to play with it on how you want to set these up, these tubes. So get in here. So this is going to pretty much get this needs to be set right here. This oil separator needs to go in this little opening that you have from your cold air intake to your first strut bar right here. So you're gonna play with these tubes, make sure they fit properly and everything like that. So I pretty much already have them the way I want them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go ahead and pop these in first. So it's pretty much just press, wait for that click. There's one click, and then you're gonna take this one, route it. There's another click. So now it's set exactly where I want it to set. You want to make sure your oil separator is vertical. All right, so it's vertical. So now I'm going to take this the screw with this nut. I'm going to go ahead and put the nut on the back side here. The screw on the back side, and then put the nut on. Go ahead and get it started. And I'm going to take my ratchet with a 10mm socket, and then just a 10mm wrench. Again, this does not need to be tight. It's like crazy tight, just enough where it's mounted there. A little bit more. No movement, mounted.
So that's going to wrap it up for my review and the install of the J&L 3.0 oil separator in a black anodized finish for the driver's side, fitting all 2011 through 2017 GTs, 2012 and 2013 Boss 302s, and the 2015 through 2020 GT350 Mustangs. And you can find this right here at AmericanMuscle.com.